Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rail back with another review, man. It is Teller Tuesday, meaning season 1, episode 6 of Sons of Anarchy. I know a lot of y'all be waiting for this day. I'm going to give it to you. I don't know if a lot of y'all going to like this one, because I didn't like this one. This episode had a lot of shit that I didn't care for. A lot of stuff in here made no sense. A lot of it. Mainly the main mission. And just the total disgust of the way these men are acting. Like, I've never seen such uncoolness from men in my life. It was cringy to watch. Because, you like to think you live by this unspoken man code, right? No, it's not like the men got together and then we made a handbook and we had a list of rules. It's just some things passed down that you go, a man shouldn't do that. A man should do this. He shouldn't do that. That's breaking man code. But we all internally know it once you reach a certain amount of years, right? But you often do some non-man code shit when you're young. So none of these dudes get that excuse. But anyway, another mission, another success, more drama. So this one, I'm going to first give this episode oh God, what do I want to give this? It was so cringy. I'm going to give this like a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy this episode. It was so ugh. First, let's start the mission, right? Let's start with the problem. Problem was cool. The setup, I understood. Club is desperate. IRA need their money. They are trying desperately to hold on to these guns from the IRA. That is their biggest moneymaker. Now, one would ask, why is the Sons not venturing off into a plan B of money? Who just sits there and depends on one form of income and one supplier? I understand it's been successful for 10, 15 years now? But at some point, you had to have diversified your criminal. For instances like this. Because if one thing being a criminal is your biggest opposition outside of the million other criminals and organizations that want to take you down is the police, is the feds. They're going to come. There's no, things are going to happen. Things are going to go left. And the feds and the police are going to come. So, and there's a high chance that money is going to be affected. So you would then diversify. Apparently this auto shop is supposed to be like their legit ran money. And I'd go so far as to say, why just one? Why just here? Is there no other necessity for charming that they can pull off? Is there no other illegal contraband they could smuggle and do? Like, just in case you can't come up with the IRA, the guns are burnt, and your entire club is not fucked? Because the one thing to make people disloyal to you is to not be able to pay them. So that's the only thing that I'm questioning. I'm really waiting to see. When are they gonna branch out? Because then you run into this problem. So now, we got to get the IRA their money. They need their money. They do their end of the job because they're professionals. We in the States, we got our own problems. We're fucked up, so money is hard to come by. So they scrambling. So Piney links up with an old Vietnam homie, or one of them wars. I don't know if Piney's that old. I feel like he said no. It doesn't matter. That's inconsequential. Old war buddies saved each other's life, and that's a bond that is often deeper than family. Motherfuckers that killed and almost died together. So I could feel that. And Piney felt like he was to be trusted. He never questioned why his mans needed these guns. They out there. I knew for a second when I first seen these individuals, Piney's homies, I thought they were some Nords. They just had Nord-like faces. Right? And they out there in the wilderness shooting shit. And I'm like, oh, these are radicals. Yeah, I can see that. the bumpkins in the hills with automatic weapons, right? Jax is a little on edge about it. He feels funky. And Jax should have known. I would have took my guns back at this moment. It was bad business. They tried to hand Jax $5,000 and say, "Oh, I thought you said family discount." Jax replied and said, "My man, 10K is the family discount. What are we talking about? Where am I lost?" And he's looking at Piney like, "Yo, holla at your mans. What's up with this 5K shit?" So now they trying to re-haggle. And then Piney's like, "Hey, what did we discuss?" And then out pops another envelope with the exact 5,000. So that right there would have told me, "Hey, this deal's over." All of a sudden, you got the money, you bullshitting, you brought it all here, and now you're trying to pull some slick shit. And oftentimes, if somebody tries to finagle you or do some goofball shit last minute, then that's when like all bets are off. You know this person's not to be trusted. Who gives you half the money and tries to hold half the money in your fucking back pocket? So that was bad judgment on Jax to go through with it. But desperate times calls for desperate measures, and then you get desperate consequences. Now we get to see what these fucking guns are used for. All right? Piney's homie with no mask. Let me tell you their genius mission, which is what I fucking hated. I hated every moment of that prisoner transfer break. I've never seen something so poorly executed in my entire life. I've never seen, it was just, so, okay. First issue. Piney's homie pulls up on the police, right? Asking random questions about some shit. No mask. So anytime, if you're a criminal and you're going maskless, that's probably the scariest shit a victim could see, because 9 times out of 10, that means I'm dead. If you try to conceal your face, that means chances are you might leave me alive because you don't want to kill me and you don't want to have me to have the ability to point you out and go, "That's the motherfucker right there that committed that crime on me." So almost a mask is comforting if you're being robbed. If you're being attacked, if you're being kidnapped, a mask for you is a welcoming sign. That means first plan is not to take your life. All right? It's pure and simple. I don't wish myself to get robbed or to be maimed or harmed or anything of the sort. But if they come with that energy, please be wearing a mask, gentlemen. Or ladies, I'll leave you. I don't know. Let me know that it's a chance I'm walking out of here. But anyway, he comes up maskless. So I'm like, okay, he must be. I'm like, this is where the cop dies. No. They hop out. He ups strap on the cop, on the sheriff, the black sheriff that's in business with Sam Crow. So they come out with the freshly minted, freshly bought AKs, and they draw down on the police. The whole goal is to take this van out. So the plan so far, I only got an issue with Pops with his face, but I'm thinking they're all dead anyway, so who gives a shit? Got the gun out. So the sheriff makes a bold move, knocks down an elderly man with a giant hand cannon, right? So success there. But then his homeboy, his 15-year friend, Saunders, is a fucking idiot. He comes out with a goddamn 6-shooter like Wyatt Earp, while there is 4 nervous men with automatic rifles. Not just any automatic rifles, AK-47s, some Kalashnikovs. So unless this motherfucker's John Wick and each bullet is finna land in somebody's skull, chances of his survival has dropped tremendously. Nobody with that type of firepower is going to have a Mexican standoff with you while you have a 6-shot max. So yes, when his homie makes the move and knocks down the elderly man, yeah, they're nervous now. And you hop out screaming, "Hey, stop!" Bang, 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 dummy, you're dead. And then some people on a motorcycle, I don't even know how they got shot in that direction, but they fucking died. I was like, this is a fucking mess. Cop dead, 2 innocent people waiting at the world's longest red light. I thought the one down 95th Street was a long ass red light. This red light out in the country is fucking long. That shit should be looked at. They should check to see if that thing is functioning correct. Because I didn't see any cross traffic. Why the fuck is that red light so long? But that, rail goes off on these things. I apologize. Whew. But, so the plan is automatically went to shit. And the sheriff, the dude that's working with I don't know his name. I know him as OG Bobby Johnson, Hoover Deuce, right? Ray got your boy still in car radios. You know what I'm saying? That's who I know him. So I'm going to call him OG Bobby Johnson. So he smartly goes, oh, my man's murdered. Oh, they got AKs and they're letting loose. Well, hands up. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to knock you down with that door. And then the unmasked criminal who is now tied to the murder of a sheriff and 2 innocent people and the escape of one of their homies. Now you can put a face to it because you're going to handcuff the sheriff. The one man that has the resources is there and can identify you if ever, whenever they need to. You leave alive? I was done with it after that. I said, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What am I watching? So now I'm like, this is complete bullshit. So now my brain, and this is how you start the episode off. So now I'm like, okay, I'm over it. Whatever happens here is fucking ridiculous. And then you look down and the motherfucker dropped his cell phone. I said, oh my God, this is an orgy of fucking evidence. Like, it's almost the evidence this man left to implicate himself is like America's dumbest criminals or some shit. Like, it was, I don't know. It was really sad. And maybe he's senile or he's getting there and he ain't as quick-witted as he used to be. But surely one of those young guys with ski masks got in the car and said, wait, what the fuck? You left the sheriff alive? Was that even the argument? I think they have families at some point. Like, motherfucker, what? All right. So now they got an escapee. Now here comes a female federal agent. Don't know her name, so I'm not even gonna try. Y'all fill in the blanks for me in the comments, and maybe I'll be on point next episode. I don't know. They start talking, and I don't know. They say a name or something. I need all my characters to be introduced like, hi, my name is. Oftentimes, we wait for it to come in conversation, and by that time, I don't know. I'm watching something else. Like, I watch so in detail of shit that I miss the obvious shit, like a name. So, yeah, sorry about that. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't like her. I didn't like her. Why? It wasn't that she was cool agent lady. It's because she was trying too hard to be cool agent lady. Like, some people that are cool are just, they exist as cool. They exist as smooth and just are. You just are. And then you have what is famously called a poser or whatever have you. She's that. And then she's extra with the sexual harassment of men, which is her version of being in a male-dominated agency and willing to, you could tell she was the one who was like, I'm not finna fucking let the guys go in the back and discuss business. I'm stepping up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to be the victim of sexual harassment. No, sir. I'm going to do that to them. I'm going to increase it. I'm grabbing ass. I'm talking about my hard nips. I'm going to have puns about my vagina, about your piece and your pants. Totally unwarranted. In front of everybody. And then I'm going to continue conversations as if I didn't say anything. And you know who loved it? The creepiest motherfucker on this show, who I need dead. Tara's ex and Jax's stalker, obsessive stalker, but whatever. So she comes to the club, scoops up Clay. They have a little banter. Clay is being Clay. He's cool. And, she's going along with it. She's so cool. He's booked. But before that, let's go back to Clay. I found one thing with Clay and Bishop that they have in common. They both have the world's saddest strokes. They both come with pitiful pumps for the ladies. Now, I don't know if that's a thing, like, is it because when you're a president, you have so much stress on you that you just gave up in the bedroom? You like, look, man, I got some meat for you. Do with it what you will. I'm not even here right now. I don't know. But it's sad. So I don't know how that goes. But anyway, let's talk about our girl Gemma before we get into this whole breaking of the mission. Gemma's now running through menopause, right? After we saw her and Clay go at it, he's looking for some moisture, respectfully, But it's the, I don't know. That was a very cringy episode too. It was just like the scene. I was just like, oh my god, can these fucking AARP members stop the sex? Stop what you're doing. Whatever you do, I don't even know if this is sex. Stop what this is supposed to be. I don't know what the fuck this is. I know what it's supposed to be, but I have no idea what it is. So he's asking for more moisture. He's like a farmer out there praying for rain. Like, look, these crops is about to die. Can you please open up your skies? He's waiting for the weatherman to say 80% chance of rain. That's Clay right now. Right now for Clay, his weather is fucking dry heat. It's fucking humid. It's not nice. It's 110 degrees. And things are dying. There's no moisture to be found. And Gemma's upset, right? She's like, shit. Okay, I'm coming with the Sahara. I gotta go. So she feels away. She's tight. And then you follow that up by another uncool Clay move. Old girl from Nevada, the one that got the hots for our boy Half Sack. She's coming looking for Half Sack. She has no idea what the fuck is going on. How does she know that Gemma is there? Why is that her concern? She came to visit a member. And she's right there in the fucking parking lot. She wasn't just kicking it in the clubhouse. So Clay's reaction is what set off everything. Like, if you know your woman is in there, this is some unmanned shit. So if your side pulls up on you, you got some side ass from a Nevada, she pulls up, and let's say we know that who she's here for, but let's say Clay doesn't. He has zero fucking idea why this girl is here. He just smashed a week ago. My wife is in here, so he's panicking, right? This is what sucker niggas do, is what Clay did. Roll up on her, screaming, making a scene, loudly, and she's confused. Now Gemma's in the window like, what the fuck is Clay yelling about? Why is he yelling at this little girl? It takes her no time to realize, oh, this is somebody he smashed. This is something off the road that came this way. Why? Because why would Clay have any beef with this woman? Gemma never seen her. He's visibly angry and frustrated and screaming, get her out of here. What is she doing? Let me tell you what naturally cool people do. What man code is, oh shit, there goes my side. I have no idea why she's here. Maybe for me, I don't know. Okay, let's get in between this. You got one or two options. Hey, go out there and handle her. See what the fuck she's here for. Ask questions. You directly don't have to address that woman. He has several people around him at all times. He couldn't look over at Juice and go, yo, Juice, hey, go look at Shorty. See what her deal is. Take her this way. Pretend like she's fixing the car or something. That's cool, man, shit. Clay flipped out, made a scene, exposed himself. And then what I didn't like about Gemma is she pulled in Half Sack, the poor prospect, who she saw was excited. Gemma noticed that Half Sack was excited to see her. So when Gemma saw that Half Sack was excited to see her and Clay was ultra pissed, screaming for her to leave, it was like, okay, she's probably here. He really likes her, but this must be something that Clay smashed, because why is he performing like this? So let me go bring in Half Sack. And I don't like that, because Gemma put his life in danger. Are you meaning to tell me the prospect, you're going to press me about information of my president? Have you lost your fucking mind? And then you put me in this. She put Half Second in this nasty ass situation where he responded the best he could. He's in a place where he don't want to be in the middle of their shit. Clay already showed how petty he was, so he doesn't want to be on Clay's bad side in the least bit. And she's grilling him, and he says, "No, I don't know. I don't know who he's smashing. I'm assuming just you. And I mean that's because you're his wife. Respectfully, you're asking me about fucking. This is all, right? I didn't like that. I didn't like that from Gemma, but she's going through it. So I'm giving Gemma a pass this episode. Even when she took skateboard to nose, I said that's pretty fucked up. But I guess when one realizes that, her homegirl told her like, I know what's wrong with you, baby. That faucet is turned off. Yeah, you're yanking at the faucet. There's just nothing coming. Not even a drip, drip, drip. You ain't called nobody. They turned your water off. I got you though. Go fill out these pills, and she's just going through it. So I'm gonna give Gemma the benefit of the doubt because she has been excellent for all these episodes. She's been running shit behind the scenes and producing. So I give her a pass. But I can't give Clay a pass for his reaction because that's some non-man shit. So I hated that scene. Right? Now Clay is being interrogated. Find out from overly aggressive federal agent lady that a raid is coming. So now this episode shows where Jax's leadership is tested. President's gone. He's here to make all decisions. Get into it with Piney. Yo, fuck all that. Where are these motherfuckers at? We got to take them out. Because Jax realizes, like any sane outlaw or criminal is, what happens when the feds are looking into you? Ding, ding, get rid of the fucking witnesses. Get rid of the people that could tie you to the fucking crime. I said, oh my God, Jax is the only one with some fucking common sense. Piney's salty because that's a vet buddy, and he doesn't like being talked down to by somebody younger than him, even though it says vice president on my fucking chest, big guy. But I understand. It's not really a rank thing that he has a problem with, or even taking orders from Jax is really his problem. It's his fault. And I do understand that, older men have a problem with facing shit they fucked up. When we fuck up, we really mad at ourselves. And if you in the way of us being angry at ourselves, you finna catch these verbal hands. And that's what Piney was trying to place upon Jax, but Opie was there to mediate that. So we're good. So now mission is to hide these guns. Let's get them out of here because the raid is coming. Right? And I like Jax's scene with the sheriff, the black dude, OG Bobby Johnson. I like that scene because he let him know, like, hey, you know a lot about us. See, when Jax come at you, he comes at you with love first before he brings the threats. Have you ever wanted to, like, criticize somebody? There's two ways to criticize somebody, right? You could come right at them and go, you're shit at your job. You're terrible. You're late. You do this. You do that. Boom, boom, boom. So, and people's natural reaction is to go into defense mode because, holy shit, I'm being attacked. Even if you're right, I'm being attacked. So my natural function is fight or flight. So I'm about to fight you, defense up. I was late one time. I could have did this fast. What are you talking about? So now you have controversy. And then if you walk away, that person might try to do something to spite you. But Jax's approach is the second type. When you want to criticize somebody, you just want to relay some shit to them, you start with love. Hey, you're amazing. Okay, you're fucking fantastic. When nobody makes a cup of coffee like you. When I come to work, I can't even operate without your cup of coffee. So now that person's like, oh, a compliment. Like, oh, shit. He loves my coffee. You know what would go well with your coffee? If you could get these reports in a little bit on time. I've seen that you've been slacking a little bit. I don't know if things going on, but I know you got it in you. Because there's no way you make this good-ass cup of coffee with this dedication and hard work and the way you put the fucking, I don't know, do you grind these beans yourself? Like, what the fuck is that? It's some way you steam water. I don't know. But you do it. If you could take some of that spectacularness and put them to these reports and have them on my desk on time, you'd be untouchable. And that makes a person go away with, holy shit, I'm great. He's right. I could have these on time. I'm going to do this for him. I respect him. Done. No controversy. That's how Jax came at OG Bobby Johnson. Hey, bruh, me and you, we in this together. You know a lot about me. A whole lot. Shit that could hurt. I know a whole lot about you. Shit that can hurt. So the only way a good relationship like this can work is if both of us are on the same team. Because if not, one of us got to die. Now, he didn't say you got to die. He said one of us. But come on, let's be honest. OG, I'm talking to you. OG Bobby Johnson, you be dead. You get it. So just roll with me on this one. I understand your boy got killed. We're fucked in this situation too. But we're not helping them. We just need to get to them first. And that's the leadership that Jax brings. Start with love. So now the mission is to go find these motherfuckers and take them out. And like I said, feds come and Jax springs into action. He shoves guns into a septic tank, right? Gets them out of there because the feds are outside the gate laying on them. And they say, well, we'll just recover them later. So another funny mission. You know, there's got to be a moment of levity. So then in this moment, we have Juice, Half Sack, and who was out there with him? Wasn't Tig. Who was out there with him? Oh, the Irish motherfucker. Can't think of his name. God, I'm drawing a blank. You know, I know it's blasphemy. But whatever. So now they gotta sort through shit to get these guns. So I'm like, okay. It's supposed to be the funny part. It is disgusting. But there's always going to be a moment of levity. So success. So Jax has successfully brought the charter away from the guns. So they're clean. Clay smooth. Clay and Gemma have this blow up argument inside the office. That was pretty funny. Fighting over, you know, I don't know. She knows he gets busy, but, you know, just don't put it in my face. And we're going to have this conversation in front of everybody. So that's very toxic. Very toxic conversation. That was like, it's nasty. I wouldn't do that in front of everybody. But one person's thoroughly entertained with all of this. And the one thing we do learn is the agent that is stalking Tara and coming after Jax. He's on vacation. He holds no weight. His office has nothing to do with nothing, which explains why he didn't stop this shootout with the Mayans on motorcycle that he took pictures of. None of this is fucking sanctioned. He's just out here kicking it and stalking on his free time, which is the nastiest shit. I hate this man. I hate him so much. He's stalking on Jax's baby, who has nothing to do with Tara. That is not their child together. So why the fuck are you harassing this man's baby? You need to die for that, period. Don't come from my seed, especially one that's fighting for his life. That fucker is disgusting. Then he's in Jax's room, sitting there wondering what it's like to be a beautiful man with golden locks and not this piece of shit, peppered-haired, semi-ugly. He's a ish, and nothing's worse than the ish. Ugly-ish, fat-ish, pretty-ish. This motherfucker's a walking ish. He's just kind of, you know what I'm saying? So his ish ass is in there, and now he wants to tear my man's room up after stealing a photo. Like, this dude is a fucking creep. I don't know how he passed the psych to become a federal agent, but there's clearly something wrong with that test if they let this sociopath in. But his only intention is to fuck over Jax Teller and to somehow, win Tara back by being the creepiest human alive. So I hate him. I hate him. But the lady agent realizes, like, oh, he's out here on some personal shit. So I'm going to share this with you, Hale. Aha, I was finna call him Dale. Officer Hale. Because you seem to be really about fucking over these Sons of Anarchy. And then what's revealed is that she knows how they're transporting it through the oil. And it's coming from the IRA. So it's like, oh, this is a good one. My nips are hard. We got one. So now these AK-47s has brought a lot of heat to the club. A lot of heat. The Niners don't even want them. They said, fuck that, buddy. Y'all into it with the feds. Keep your AKs. So the Niners are smart. And just another later on issue for them to deal with, because now it's Sons of Anarchy versus the feds. But so far they're winning this one battle. Clay is released, and he looks at Jax. Everybody's cheering on Jax for the wonderful job he did while Clay was locked down. And Clay looked at him and said, "You know what? Finish this one off. Bring it on home. You did it this much, so now, I mean, Clay is going through it with his woman, but he's like, fuck it. Let Jax have this victory. I don't need to be a part of this. This is what we're grooming him for. And plus, this is a simple mission. We go, we kill them all. And who does that better than the Sons of Anarchy? So Piney, signs up with Jax and Opie to go on this run. They sell them the shit guns for $10K. I hope that it wasn't a lot of guns in there, because I'm like, so you just gonna blow up some merch? I hope they didn't blow up a lot. I really hope that they retained a few guns, like maybe 3 guns split up in the thing, and was just hoping that he would just trust Pine like he did. Like, you want to check the rest of these? He's like, nah, we're good. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm hoping they didn't blow up a lot of shit. And yeah, so they walk off into the sunset. What I did like is Opie had him rigged, and he sat there and he murdered possibly 12 individuals. That was all Opie. Opie got about 12 bodies under his belt. And that's something to be counted. It may not be as personable as shooting them in the face but blowing motherfuckers up. Opie's a killer. He just blew up 12 motherfuckers. I bet y'all just slept on that. Like, it really internalized what Opie did. He just took out 12 motherfuckers with some explosives. He rigged them. He had the button he was like a fucking villain. So, ding, and it went green, and that was all she wrote. What I don't like is we didn't go and play cleanup, because somebody could have sat a bag down, walked off to take a piss in the woods, and was like, holy shit, everything exploded, and now this motherfucker's alive. Or somebody could have survived this. Somebody could just be having really bad 3rd-degree burns and maybe a broken leg or some shit, but still have the ability to talk. So I don't like the laziness and the criminals. There's not some lazy fucking criminals. I hate this episode. And then it comes full circle. Oh, girl and Half Sack met up in the hospital. She's like, come on, man, I'm here for you. So they had a nice little lovey-dovey moment. I like her, though. She's a gangster. She pulled up on Jimbo just to clear the air. Like, hey, I don't even know. I ain't know. I'm here for one thing. Jim already knew what it was. So we're cool. And trust me, Jimma, nobody wants your fucking caveman. Like, the entitlement. Like, why would you think anybody wants that thing? He could have never got her if that wasn't her job. And the strokes that he gives up is not driving no woman crazy. Stop it. What, you think she wants clout like she's going to be the next old lady? Stop it. She wouldn't want to be held by that fucking thing. The thing with the arms longer than the fucking legs, like with that fucking size 5XL head. He has that motherfucker there, boy. I don't know. He is the original man, for sure. That motherfucker like he discovered fire, but I'm not finna come at him like that. Because I like Ron Perlman. Hellboy was my shit, but I don't know. When you see him in this form, it's like, man, put that devil costume on, because this ain't it. But yeah, man, that was this episode. I just want that agent dead, man. And we're going to see a lot of this lady agent because she's bringing the fire. She's bringing the heat. And she's trying way too hard, so she's very fucking annoying. So I'm going to be annoyed by her going forward. I'm already annoying. But anyway, man, that was your Tele Tuesday review, man. Jax's leadership skills and his ability to do it. And the respect he's garnered. That's really the takeaway from this episode. But until next week, man, next Teller Tuesday, protect your health, yourself, your wealth. Your boy Rail is out of here, man. Peace.